Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Valsa Williams and with me is Abhishek Mukhopadhyay with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation at 4 p.m. Drug Controller General of India gives approval for human clinical trials of Covaxin, the first potential COVID-19 vaccine developed in the country. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 59.06%. Centre issues new guidelines for Unlock 2.0 to open up more activities in areas outside containment zones, metro rail services, schools, colleges, cinemas and gyms to remain shut. And third round of talks between India and China underway to de-escalate tension in eastern Ladakh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the nation at 4 in the evening today. The Prime Minister's office informed this in a tweet following the Home Ministry's announcement of second phase of nationwide unlock guidelines. This would be the sixth address to the nation by the Prime Minister since the outbreak of COVID-19. A report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address is eagerly awaited in light of fact that the country will transcend from first phase of nationwide unlock to the second phase from tomorrow. In his Mann Ki Baat on Sunday, Mr. Modi exhorted citizens to be more vigilant during unlock as more and more economic activities are returning on path of normalization.
लॉकडाउन से ज्यादा सतर्कता हमें अनलॉक के दौरान बरतनी है। आपकी सतर्कता ही आपको कोरोना से बचाएगी। इस बात को हमेशा याद रखिए कि अगर आप मास्क नहीं पहनते हैं, 2 गज की दूरी का पालन नहीं करते हैं या फिर दूसरी जरूरी सावधानियां नहीं बरतते हैं, तो आप अपने साथ साथ दूसरों को भी जोखिम में डाल रहे हैं। इसीलिए सभी देशवासियों से मेरा निवेदन है कि आप लापरवाही मत बरतिए, अपना भी ख्याल रखिए और दूसरों का भी।
In his previous address to the nation, on 12th May, he had given a clarion call for making India self-reliant and rolled out the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign along with announcement of a package worth 20 lakh crore to boost the economy.
कोरोना संकट से जुड़ी जो आर्थिक घोषणाएं की थी, जो रिजर्व बैंक के फैसले थे और जिस आर्थिक पैकेज का ऐलान हो रहा है, उसे जोड़ दें तो ये करीब करीब 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का है। इन सबके जरिए देश के विभिन्न वर्गों को, आर्थिक व्यवस्था की कड़ियों को 20 लाख करोड़ रुपए का संबल मिलेगा, सपोर्ट मिलेगा।
In his recent interaction with the chief ministers, Prime Minister had urged them to chalk out mechanism for further increasing testing capacities and health infrastructure in the country to contain the pandemic.
कोरोना के बढ़ते हुए मरीजों की संख्या को देखते हुए हेल्थ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर का विस्तार करना, हर जीवन को बचाना हमारी सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता होनी चाहिए। ये तभी होगा जब कोरोना के प्रत्येक मरीज को उचित इलाज मिलेगा। इसके लिए हमें टेस्टिंग पर और अधिक बल देना है ताकि संक्रमित व्यक्ति को हम जल्द से जल्द ट्रेस और ट्रैक और आइसोलेट कर सकें। हमें इस बात का भी ध्यान रखना है कि हमारी अभी की जो एग्जिस्टिंग टेस्टिंग कैपेसिटी है, उसका पूरा इस्तेमाल हो और निरंतर उसको एक्सपांड भी किया जाए।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's address holds extreme significance as it comes just a day after the government banned 59 Chinese apps in the country and the third round of Indo-China Corps Commander level talk is underway in Chushul. Anand Chaturvedi, AIR News, Delhi.
The government today said a total of 3,34,822 people were cured of coronavirus in the country so far, and the COVID recovery rate has improved to 59.06%. In the past 24 hours, 13,099 people have recovered from the highly infectious COVID-19. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said 18,522 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the country within 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 5,66,840. On a single day, 418 deaths have been reported, taking the nationwide toll to 16,893. Presently, the total number of active corona cases in the country is 2,15,125. The difference between recovered cases and active cases is 1,19,697. Meanwhile, the Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR, has said a total of 210,292 samples were tested for coronavirus by various laboratories in the country within 24 hours. So far, 86,08,654 tests have been conducted. ICMR is continuously scaling up its testing facilities for COVID-19 by giving approval to government and private laboratories. As of now, 1,049 laboratories across India have been given approval to conduct the test for COVID-19, including 761 government laboratories and 288 private laboratory chains.
The lockdown in Tamil Nadu has been extended till July 31st. A decision to this effect has been taken by the state government as the fifth phase of the lockdown, also the first phase of the unlock, draws to a close tomorrow. However, in Chennai, Madurai and the suburbs, the prevailing complete lockdown will be enforced till the 5th of July. More from a correspondent.
The COVID-19 pandemic may not be showing any signs of relenting as of now. However, a cursory look at the epidemiological data reveals that there are so many silver linings visible in the horizon. As a case study, experts say Chennai tops the chart in the number of patients and new infections in the state. However, the mortality rate is well within 1.51%. About 60% of the nearly 56,000 patients have returned home after recovery, and most of the other people are stable, many of them in their own houses under isolation. The medical experts team instituted by the state government has therefore emphasized that panic would be a disproportionate reaction to the virus, as there are more reasons to be optimistic. It can be expected that the unlock too would serve to further break the chain of transmission. Jai Singh, AR News, Chennai.
Going by the surge in corona-positive cases in Bangalore since the last week, Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yedurappa has sought 4,500 beds from private hospitals and medical colleges. In a meeting with the heads of private medical establishments in Bangalore today, the Chief Minister said government needs 6,500 beds to meet the growing demands for beds in the city to treat COVID-19 patients. He informed that 2,000 beds will be made available in government medical colleges and the private sector should contribute 4,500 beds. But the 11 private medical establishments in the city have pledged 2,200 beds only. The Chief Minister sought cooperation of the private health sector for deputing doctors at COVID care centres where asymptomatic patients are kept. The West Bengal government has decided to procure 3 crore masks in the wake of increasing COVID cases in the state. The Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee said in Kolkata that social distancing, safe practices and masks are the best way to fight the pandemic.
In Nagaland, 8 new cases of COVID-19 have been detected today, taking the state's tally of confirmed cases to 460. Health Minister S. Pangnew Pom tweeted this morning that total active cases are 292, while 168 patients have recovered from the infection. Drug Controller General of India, DCGI, has given approval for human clinical trials of Covaxin, the first potential COVID-19 vaccine developed in India. The potential vaccine has been developed by Hyderabad-based Bharat Biotech in association with the Indian Council for Medical Research, ICMR. Human trials for Phase 1 and Phase 2 are scheduled to start across the country from next month. Covaxin is an inactivated vaccine created from a strain of the infectious SARS-CoV-2 virus. It has shown promising results in the preclinical studies, demonstrating extensive safety and effective immune responses. Drug manufacturers and research consortiums around the world are working towards development of a vaccine against the novel coronavirus. The National Botanical Research Institute, NBRI, Lucknow, has established an advanced virology lab for testing COVID-19. The facility has been developed based on the guidelines of the ICMR, the World Health Organization, and the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The Advanced Virology Lab is a biosafety level 3 facility and has a suction facility that can suck any aerosol and pass it through filters. It can filter virus or bacteria to make it a safe COVID-19 testing facility. It reduces the possibility of infection at the culture facilities.
The Maharashtra government has requested the railways to allow the employees of various central government offices, establishments, high courts and public sector banks to travel by suburban local trains. Currently, the Western Railway and the Central Railway are operating some selected local trains in Mumbai, which are not meant for the general public but have been strictly made available for essential staff as identified by the government of Maharashtra. More from our Mumbai correspondent.
In its request to the railways, the Maharashtra government has specifically asked permission to avail local train services for employees of central government offices, including Income Tax Department, Mumbai Port Trust, Customs and Defence, among others. The state government's conditions for change in office hours, timings and passes issued by heads of offices, establishments and conditions laid down by the state government regarding number of employees to be present daily in these offices will be mandatory for central government employees. Apart from all this, employees must adhere to social distancing norms, use masks and sanitizers in their offices. Meanwhile, State Environment Minister Aditya Thackeray has written a letter to Union Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri requesting more flights under Vande Bharat mission for especially Middle East countries to bring back people stranded there. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
Haryana Home and Ayush Minister Mr. Anil Vitt said that 1,000 Ayush assistants and 22 Ayush coaches will be recruited on contract basis soon in various Yog Shalas to popularize yoga across the state. Mr. Vitt said that the recruitment will be done by the district level selection committee, which will be chaired by the chief executive officer of the respective district councils. He said that these Ayush assistants will work as in charge of Yog Shalas and other work will also be assigned to them. Mr. Vij informed that recruitment of 22 Ayush coaches will also be done on a regular basis by Haryana Staff Selection Commission. In a series Experts Speak, on All India Radio, we bring you the views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, Dr. Uma Kumar, Head of Rheumatology Department AIMS, suggested to the people to follow social distancing, hand hygiene and cough etiquettes.
Only thing which helps is social distancing or physical distancing. Along with it, you have like hand hygiene, washing your hands very frequently, and cough etiquettes like while coughing or sneezing, just cover your face and nose. Use tissue paper or cloth, or if you don't have anything, you can just cough into your elbows. Third thing is using the face mask. For a general public, you can use cotton face mask, and then they have to be very positive. Don't give up, and surely we'll conquer over this virus.
President of the Public Health Foundation of India, Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, said India is in a much better position as compared to the rest of the world as far as the COVID-19 cases are concerned, and the measures taken are yielding results.
अब तक जो नतीजे निकले हैं उससे पता चलता है कि ये वायरस का प्रभाव को रोकने में हम काफी कामयाबी हासिल कर चुके हैं दूसरे देशों के मुकाबले में। आज का हालात जो है उसमें कोई संशय नहीं है कि हमारा हालात दूसरे देशों के मुकाबले में बेहतर है इस वायरस को डट के मुकाबला देने में।
Union Home Ministry said no tweet has been posted from the Union Home Minister's Twitter handle about snapping internet services in Jammu and Kashmir. It clarified that a fake tweet has been circulated in the name of Union Home Minister mentioning fixed line broadband and internet in Jammu and Kashmir, and Ladakh is to be snapped.
In Mizoram, the 34th anniversary of the Mizo Peace Accord is being celebrated today through simple functions, maintaining social distancing and guidelines of lockdown of COVID-19. On the occasion, Chief Minister Zoramthanga said the Mizo Peace Accord has been the most successful accord ever signed in the country and the world as well. He said Mizoram has become the most peaceful state and a beacon of hope for the world and proved peace can be attained and sustained. The state government has declared a public holiday for government offices and educational institutions to mark the day. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today called for bridging the digital divide to achieve universal primary education and ensure equitable secondary and higher education. Releasing a book titled Future of Education, 9 Mega Trends through a video conference, he said technology opens up new possibilities but also makes us realize the big digital divide in our society. Stressing the need to make technology accessible and affordable, the Vice President pointed out that there are many children who do not have access to digital devices and there is a need to address the issue of this wide gap. Mr. Naidu said a large number of students are impacted due to the lockdown as they find it hard to study online. Stating that many parents in India still cannot afford digital devices, he said bridging the digital divide is too big and complex a task for the government to accomplish alone. He urged the private sector, especially educational technology firms, to contextualize the products at affordable prices as per the needs of learners. The book was brought out by ICT Academy, a non-profit society and an initiative of the Government of India and the state governments. The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program today will bring you a special discussion on COVID-19. Dr. Mohsin Wali, Senior Consultant, Sir Gangaram Hospital, will participate in the discussion. Listeners can ask questions to the expert on toll-free telephone number 1800115767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold Channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You can also follow us on the News on AIR app for updates.
You were listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation at 4 p.m. Drug Controller General of India gives approval for human clinical trials of Covaxin, the first potential COVID-19 vaccine developed in the country. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 59.06%. Centre issues new guidelines for Unlock 2.0 to open up more activities in areas outside containment zones, metro rail services, schools, colleges, cinemas and gyms to remain shut. And third round of talks between India and China underway to de-escalate tension in eastern Ladakh. And for quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान रखो, बड़े बुजुर्गों का तुम ध्यान रखो, तो बात करो, कुछ मदद करो, कोरोना के चलते याद रखो, घर की सफाई ना भूलना, हाथों को धोना मत भूलना, सुरक्षित दादा दादी नाना नानी अभियान, अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान.
The Centre has issued new guidelines for Unlock 2 to open up more activities in areas outside the containment zones. The new guidelines will come into effect from tomorrow, and the process of phased reopening of activities has been extended further. It said the lockdown will continue to be implemented strictly in the containment zones till the 31st of July this year. The Home Ministry has said the new guidelines are based on the feedback received from states and union territories and extensive consultations held with the related central ministries and departments. Under the new guidelines of Unlock 2, metro rail service, operation of cinema halls, gymnasiums, swimming pools, entertainment parks, theatres, bars, auditoriums, assembly halls and similar places will not be allowed. Similarly, social, political, sports, entertainment, academic, cultural and religious functions and other large congregations will not be permitted. The ministry said dates for opening of these will be decided separately based on the assessment of the situation. It said all activities except these will be permitted outside the containment zones. The ministry said after extensive consultations with states and union territories, it has been decided the schools, colleges and coaching institutions will remain closed till the 31st of July. As per the guidelines, night curfew timings are being further relaxed and curfew shall be enforced from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Further relaxations in night curfew have been given for seamless operation of industrial units in multiple shifts, movement of persons and goods on national and state highways, loading and unloading of cargo, and movement of persons to their destinations after disembarking from buses, trains and airplanes. It said domestic flights and passenger trains have already been allowed in a limited manner and their operations will be further expanded in a calibrated manner. It said shops depending upon their area can have more than 5 persons at a time. However, they have to maintain adequate physical distance. Training institutions of the central and state governments will be allowed to function with effect from the 15th of July. SOP in this regard will be issued by the Department of Personnel and Training. International air travel of passengers has been permitted in a limited manner under the Vande Bharat mission. Further opening up will take place in a calibrated manner. The guidelines said containment zones are required to be carefully demarcated by the state governments with a view to contain the spread of COVID-19 after taking into consideration the guidelines issued by the Health Ministry. Within the containment zones, strict perimeter control shall be maintained and only essential activities allowed. These containment zones will be notified on the websites of the concerned district collectors and by the states, and information will also be shared with the Union Health Ministry.
Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar has said the government's decision to ban 59 Chinese apps will give fillip to Indian startups and they will come up with better versions very soon. Mr. Javadekar said this is a right step towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. He said the whole country has appreciated the decision of the Narendra Modi government. The third round of talks between India and China are in progress at Moldo-Chusul border post on the Chinese side. Our correspondent reports commander-level army officers of India and China are holding discussions to ease the tensions on the border issues of eastern Ladakh region. More from a correspondent.
As per the latest information, commander-level talks between India and China are in progress. Talks began at 10:30 hours this morning at Moldo Post. The Indian side army delegation is led by GOC Fire and Fury Lieutenant General Harinder Singh, while the People's Liberation Army is represented by South Xinjiang Military Division's Major General Lin Lui. The commanders are meeting for the second time after Galwan standoff on 15th June. On 22nd June, the two sides arrived at a mutual consensus to disengage from all the friction points along the line of actual control in eastern Ladakh. Today, both sides will deliberate on the implementation of the decisions arrived in their first meeting on 6th June. Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
In the meantime, Ladakh has remembered and paid homage to Colonel Chiwang Rinchan on his 23rd death anniversary. Colonel Rinchan was one of the six people to be decorated with 2 Mahavir Chakra awards. He also won a Sena Medal in the Sino-Indo War in 1962. More from a correspondent.
Colonel Chiwang Rinchan is an inspiring and household name in Ladakh. Immediately after independence, when Ladakh was surrounded by the tribal leaders and Pakistan Army in 1948, it was young schoolboy Chiwang Rinchan who raised Nubra Guards to safeguard the Nubra region in Leh. With just 10 days training and a group of 20 youth, he successfully pushed the Pakistan Army and tribal leaders back, to which he was awarded first Mahavir Chakra. He had shown similar courage and with guerrilla tactics in Sino-Indo War in 1962 and Indo-Pak War in 1971. In a rare feat in a war with his meticulous planning, Colonel Chiwang Rinchan claimed 840 square kilometers of land for India in 1971 war without any casualties. He was decorated with Mahavir Chakra for the second time. Indian Army and Ladakh Scouts always remember Colonel Chiwang Rinchan for inspiration for his plans. Indian government has named the strategic bridge after Colonel Chiwang Rinchan on Shayok River Bridge on DSDBO Road near Galwan Valley. Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, 2 terrorists have been killed in an encounter that broke out between terrorists and security forces in Waghama village in Bijbehara area of South Kashmir's Anantnag district this morning. According to police, a joint team of Anantnag Police, Armies, 3 Rashtriya Rifles and CRPF laid a cordon and search operation based on specific intelligence input about the presence of terrorists in an orchard of Waghama village. As the joint team of security forces approached towards the suspected spot, the hiding terrorists fired upon them, which was retaliated, triggering an encounter that resulted in the killing of 2 terrorists. Both the slain terrorists are locals and were residents of the Bijbehara area. 1 insas and 1 pistol were recovered from their possession. The army said it was a clean operation and no collateral damage took place during the course of the encounter. Minister of State for External Affairs V. Muralidharan has said that cooperation between India and Bangladesh can help overcome the economic effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Speaking at a digital conference on the topic Doing Business with Bangladesh, organized by CII yesterday, he said that since 2014, bilateral relations with Bangladesh has seen major developments like the ratification of the Land Boundary Agreement, settlement of maritime boundary and other agreements on connectivity. India has also implemented the agreement to supply 1,076 megawatts of power to Bangladesh and issued 7.4 million visas to Bangladeshi nationals. In a tweet, the minister said that India-Bangladesh cooperation stands out as an example for the region. He said Bangladesh is the largest trading partner of India in South Asia. In Assam, over 12 lakh people have been affected due to the current wave of floods in 23 districts. The Brahmaputra is flowing above the danger level at 5 places. More from our correspondent.
There is no respite from the flood fury in the state. The surging water damaged crop areas, houses, culverts, river embankments, and also snapped road communication at many places. Barpeta, Nalwari, Walpara, South Salmara, and Marigaon are among the worst affected districts. 25% have lost their lives due to floods so far in the state. Nearly 30,000 people are taking shelter at 144 relief camps. Administration is distributing essential food items, water packets, along with medical care. Manas Fatim Sharma, AR News, Guwahati.
In the meantime, the Assam government has generated 1 crore man-days under MG Narega. Talking to AIR correspondent, Principal Secretary in the Panchayat and Rural Development Department, J.B. Ekka, said that almost 9 lakh households worked during the past couple of months under MG Narega. He further informed that 230 crore rupees have been released as payments to the workers. He mentioned that skill mapping of the workers who have returned to Assam recently is being done. So far, a database of 19,000 migrant workers has been prepared.
In Madhya Pradesh, a special Air India flight carrying 144 Indian students landed at the Devi Ahilyabai Holkar International Airport in Indore this morning. These students were stranded in Ukraine due to the coronavirus-induced restrictions. The flight reached Indore via Delhi. Airport Director Aryama Sanyal informed that the passengers were screened at the airport and their belongings were sanitized as per protocol. Most of these students were from Madhya Pradesh. Besides, some of the returnees hailed from Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra, and they have been sent to their native places. The Tamil Nadu government has transferred the Thoothukudi district superintendent of police under whose jurisdiction the custodial death of the father-son duo took place. He has been brought under compulsory wait at the DGP office. An order issued by the State Home Department today says he will be replaced by his Villupuram counterpart S. Jayakumar. Furthermore, the Inspector General of Police, Dr. S. Murugan, currently with the DGP office in Chennai, has been posted in charge of the Madurai zone as his new IG, as the current incumbent retires in superannuation tomorrow.
Now let us take a look at the weather. The national capital Delhi is expected to have cloudy sky with light rain. Lower limit of temperature was 29 degrees Celsius, while the upper limit is expected at 40 degrees. Mumbai will have a cloudy sky with few spells of rain or thunder showers. The city, with a minimum temperature of 26 degrees, will have a maximum of 33 degrees. In Chennai, the temperature will hover between 26 and 36 degrees Celsius. The city will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Kolkata will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. With minimum temperature of 28 degrees, the maximum temperature will be 33 degrees. Chandigarh will see partly cloudy sky with possibility of thunder, shower or lightning. Minimum temperature was 28 degrees Celsius. Maximum temperature will be 38 degrees. Bengaluru is expected to experience temperatures between 21 to 29 degrees Celsius. The city will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Ahmedabad will have generally cloudy sky with light rain. Minimum temperature in the city was 29 degrees Celsius, while the maximum was around 38 degrees. Bhopal will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Minimum temperature was 24 degrees Celsius, while maximum will be 34 degrees. Patna will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain and temperature will fluctuate between 26 to 32 degrees Celsius. In Jammu and Kashmir, minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while maximum will be around 40 degrees. The city is likely to have a mainly clear sky becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. In Srinagar, temperature will rise from 15 to 32 degrees Celsius. The city will have a mainly clear sky. In Gilgit, the minimum temperature from 13 degrees Celsius will increase to 35 degrees and the sky will be mainly clear, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. The sky in Muzaffarabad will be mainly clear. Minimum temperature was 19 degrees Celsius, while maximum temperature will be around 37 degrees. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to address the nation at 4 p.m. Drug Controller General of India gives approval for human clinical trials of Covaxin, the first potential COVID-19 vaccine developed in the country. COVID-19 recovery rate improves to 59.06%. Centre issues new guidelines for Unlock 2.0 to open up more activities in areas outside containment zones. Metro rail services, schools, colleges, cinemas and gyms to remain shut. And third round of talks between India and China underway to de-escalate tension in eastern Ladakh. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.com and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the midday news.